Well, it's that time of year where things, when they can go wrong, they can go wrong. We had some good things happen as well, but I'm going to talk about all this stuff with you on the other side. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin Ain't Easy, and today I just want to talk to you about a few different things that have come up and things that maybe you can learn from. Definitely, I'm always learning, and these are just things I wanted to share with you. As the title says, we have porch pirates, chargebacks, scammers. Oh my! And this isn't the Wizard of Oz or anything crazy like that. This is real life. And of course, thank goodness I'm not making a video about how, your packages are being lost by USPS or anything like that. From what I understand, including my own situation, we're not dealing with any major problems on that front as we had last year. So nothing but good news on that front. But as far as what I've been dealing with here, had a negative feedback that a buyer gave me about a week ago. And they sent me a message wanting to know where their package was. And I told, and it was in Spanish too, to make that even more fun. And so, of course, I do try to communicate. I use Google Translate. And so I take the message they sent me, I go in and paste it into Google Translate, and I find out what in the world this person's asking about. So it turns out they're wanting to know what happened to their item. So I went to the item in question, and it was like a sander, a handheld like sander tool of some sort. It's like $100 tool, and shows that it was delivered at the front door by UPS ground. And so I relayed that to the buyer, and they said that they checked their camera and they haven't seen any delivery at their front door. Now, I don't know what that means for me. As a seller, I have a scan that says delivered. That's all that eBay requires us as sellers to have. And so I told them to contact UPS because we delivered, or we put on the label the address that was provided to us. We have no further involvement than that. So of course, they file a item not received with eBay. And I, of course, contacted eBay and I said, hey, look, shows it was delivered, and that's it for me, per your policy. And so it turns out also, before I had called eBay, they had left me a negative feedback. So I said, you guys need to close this case in my favor, and you also need to get rid of the negative feedback, because to say in Spanish that, I didn't receive the item, well, I'm sorry. And the only thing I can think of now, this wasn't I believe it was an apartment complex. So I'm not sure if they had a camera. They said they had a camera, but it almost sounds like to me one of two things could have happened here. My thought initially is a porch pirate. For anybody who doesn't know what a porch pirate is, it's one of those nice, presentable people that walk your street in the daytime, sometimes in the morning, sometimes late at night, and they're looking for packages that maybe have been left on your porch, and they take them. If anybody has the Ring app, it's the Neighbors app by Ring, and you can plug in your location, and I'm willing to bet you can find on almost a daily basis people posting Ring video footage of people coming up to their porch and stealing their item. We even had a couple over the last month post. One guy, he came up to the camera, and he had his hoodie on so that you couldn't really see his face, but in front of his face he put a little piece of paper that said, "I'm a porch pirate, not a coyote." And he took the package and left. The other instance was the guy had the shirt pulled up all over his head, and he was crawling underneath the camera to get to the package and then took off. So these people have become very brazen, and they don't care if they're being recorded or not. They're going to come and try to take your item or your package if they see it. So This time of year, and I wanted to make this video a couple weeks ago, but a lot of you are still getting packages delivered to you by Amazon, eBay, Etsy, all the different sites. So there's 4 things that I want you guys to remember. You can only protect yourself. You really can't do a whole lot for your buyers unless you're going to be proactive and send them tips and tell them to look out for your item. But the buyers are responsible for the packages that are delivered to their home, not you, the seller. But you as a buyer, you want to do pretty much one of 4 things if you have something come into the house. And that is schedule your packages with FedEx, UPS, Amazon, other courier and delivery services that allow customers to track their packages. And sometimes they'll let you set up alerts so you can receive a text when there's activity on your package. And of course, once that package is delivered and has that delivery scan, you're going to be notified, and you can go and have someone check for your package or just walk outside your house if you're home to get it. A lot of times I've noticed that they'll just leave the package. They don't even ring the doorbell. You walk outside for another reason and your package is out there. Second one is get your packages delivered somewhere else, maybe to a family member. This is why it's also important to get to know your neighbors and build maybe a relationship with your neighbors and some trust. And if you're at work, 9 to 5, and you know that package is going to come sometime in the middle of your shift, rather than have UPS, FedEx put it on your patio, have it set up to be delivered to your neighbor's house if you know they're going to be home. Leave instructions for the delivery driver. If you can't do, shipping it to somewhere else, maybe you just can't have your phone on at work to get the text messages. Leave instructions for the delivery driver to leave it behind your gate, maybe behind the pillar, something of that nature, so they can do. And a lot of the times they'll do what they can to put it behind a pillar or hide your package. And then the last one is invest in a doorbell camera. Now, that's not going to do a whole lot for you. I mean, of course, you can get the Porch Pirate on video and prosecute and know who just stole from you. But if you have like the Ring app, you can actually talk to the person walking up to your door. You'll get like a chime and you can say, hey, what are you doing here? I got you on camera. And maybe that'll detour the person who's trying to steal from you. All in all, it sucks to be stolen from. You feel violated. But this is the time of year, and it's been happening. It's only going to keep happening as we get closer to the Christmas holiday. The next issue I wanted to talk to you guys about, and this one's on the good side. This one's not negative at all, and that is chargebacks. Now, I did a video a while back about how to handle a chargeback, and I'll go ahead and post that up right here. Now, I'm bringing this up in this video because this is a good news story. Somebody in one of the Facebook groups that I try to log on and help people out at posted that they had a situation where there is a dispute of item not as described on looked like a Mr. Coffee hot chocolate maker or coffee maker, which is what I'm selling a lot of these days. And it was sort of an item not as described. They went right to their credit card company and disputed the charge with the credit card company. And this person went on and said, hey, how can I handle this chargeback with eBay? It only allows me to upload a photo. And so thankfully, I was able to provide my experience on this post. And just to give you a brief synopsis of what I told that person is, you should go on to your Word document like Microsoft Word or something equivalent to that and put a small photo of the listing along with your side of the story as to why the buyer is wrong. And this person did that. And she reported, I think it's a she reported that good news. She won her chargeback. And so I wanted to share this good news story with you because this works. Now, I'll simply post kind of what eBay asked her to do and what she posted. She provided that little screenshot of her Word document. That's what it kind of looks like, just to give you an example. And she won. And that's how you do it. I noticed that a lot of times that people post their complaints about how they lost money on eBay because they lost a chargeback. chances are you're not providing enough information for whomever's making that decision to see your side of the story. And shame on eBay for only providing us one photo to upload. I mean, if it's an item not as described, how in the world are you going to know to post your side of the story? But this is the one creative way you can get around that, by posting a screenshot of your one-page Word document that maybe shows your item in question along with your side of the story. So I just thought I'd share that with you because it's a good news story this time of year. I'm glad I was able to help someone not only get their money back, but avoid being charged $20 from eBay for losing a case. That's sort of, you lose a case on eBay and then you have to pay them $20 just for the fun of it. For me, that's not right, but this is one way you guys can learn from to win a chargeback next time it happens to you. And if you sell long enough on eBay, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So check out my video that I posted up there, and it'll give you more information on exactly what I did when I won my chargeback. And the last thing is, it's pretty disappointing, but dealing with scammers. And this time we dealt with scammers as buyers. So my awesome wife, Jenna, came to me this afternoon and she was on the verge of tears. And she said, I need to talk to you. And she was quite upset, you can tell. So I said, what's going on? And I had thought that maybe she messed up somewhere on her eBay store and totally messed up. And I was like, okay, what happened? But it had nothing to do with eBay, in fact. She told me, look, I bought this item for you. It was the coolest thing. She wouldn't tell me what it was, and who knows why. I don't care too much about Christmas. I like to give at Christmas. I don't care about receiving. The joy in Christmas time is seeing the look on someone's face when they get that cool thing that you picked out for them. But she went in and spent a lot of money on me for Christmas, and had I known, I would have told her, please don't do that. That's kind of the way I am. But nonetheless, she was kind of really upset. And apparently she found this cool item that she thought I would like on Etsy. And this is about 2.5 weeks ago. And on the listing, it said $40. And so she thought it was, wow, what a good deal. Really good deal. So she went on and paid the $40. And she had to pay tax on that. So it was more like $43. And the seller contacted her and said, I see you made a deposit on this item. However, the total amount is $380 or $420 or whatever it was. So she decided to go ahead and still get it. And she paid. And apparently on Etsy, you give them about a week or two to make or deliver upon the item. I'm not very familiar with Etsy. And so she checked in 2 weeks later to say, hey, how's it going? When is this going to be shipped out? We're getting kind of close to Christmas time here. And she ended up getting a reply through Etsy that this person is no longer a user on this platform. So she was like really bothered by that. So she reached out to Etsy, and they thankfully got back to her and said that they would give her her money back. But she felt really bad. It's almost like a feeling of when someone steals from you. This is what it is, stealing from you. But someone breaks into your house, you sort of feel violated. And, she feels bad because if she goes and tries to order this custom thing, it's going to arrive to me after Christmas. And I told her, I said, look, I don't care about all that. I prefer you not spend that kind of money on me, no matter how cool it is. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Be careful. Even, it may seem legit, but do your due diligence. Check, if you're spending that kind of money, check as much feedback on the seller as you can. Find out what the buyer protection is. Thankfully, Etsy does provide their buyers some protection, and it prevents something like this. Save your screenshots of communications. Make sure you have that so you can go back and make reference to it. Thank goodness that this didn't turn out the way it could have turned out, where we'd have been out $420 some odd dollars plus tax. And so I just thought I'd share that with you. You have all kinds of people this time of year, porch pirates, people who just want to place a chargeback on their credit card without giving you guys a chance to even resolve the situation. And of course, your good old scammers who'll try to take that money and run. And it almost tells me, or validates for me, this whole scammer situation, why eBay would make you give the information that they ask you for, because they have to protect their buyers. I totally get it. Situations like this that make me appreciate that. So I think sometimes we need to kind of step back, and while we're honest, most of us are honest sellers that watch this video. There are sellers out there with bad intentions, especially this time of year. People are doing whatever they can to get a few quick bucks. And, just be thankful that these companies, Etsy, eBay, have these kind of buyer protections in place. And, believe it or not, it may seem like they don't, but they also have seller protections in place. And as long as you play by the rules and do what you can and be diligent so you protect yourself, in the end, you should be okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video. Please comment down below if you can share your experiences dealing with porch pirates, dealing with chargebacks, hopefully chargebacks that you've won, and of course, dealing with scammers as we deal with scammers all the time as sellers, but what about as buyers? I'm sure most of you sell on eBay, Amazon, maybe Etsy, and I'm sure because you do your business online, you're probably buying on these platforms as well. So share any experiences that you have had with scammers as a buyer. I'm sure we'd like to hear about that as well. So do me a favor, if you enjoyed this content, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, as many of you guys know, I will, on a whim, make a video or a live stream and post it. And so you'll be notified by hitting that bell, and you'll be one of the first ones to be able to check out that content. So heck, porch pirates, chargebacks, scammers, heck, even returns this time of year are all examples of how flipping ain't easy. So look for another video from me in the next couple days. Until then, I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your week. Keep making those sales while they're out there, and we will be talking to you guys very soon.